subject to manual review and that videos would be rated based on suitability. These changes led to further criticism of YouTube from independent channels, who alleged that the service had been changing its algorithms to give higher prominence to professionally produced content that attract wide viewership and has a lower risk of alienating mainstream advertisers at the expense of the creators that had bolstered the service's popularity. Social impact. Both private individuals and large production companies have used YouTube to grow audiences. Independent content creators have built grassroots followings numbering in the thousands at very little cost or effort, while mass retail and radio promotion proved problematic. Concurrently, old media celebrities moved into the website at the invitation of a YouTube management that witnessed early content creators accruing substantial followings and perceived audience sizes potentially larger than that attainable by television. While YouTube's revenue-sharing partner program made it possible to earn a substantial living as a video producer, its top 500 partners each earning more than $100,000 annually and its 10 highest-earning channels grossing from $2.5 million to $12 million, in 2012 CMU business editor characterized YouTube as a free-to-use promotional platform for the music labels. In 2013 Forbes' Catherine Thayer asserted that digital-era artists' work must not only be of high quality, but must elicit reactions on the YouTube platform and social media. Videos of the 2.5% of artists categorized as mega, mainstream, and mid-sized received 90.3% of the relevant views on YouTube and Vivo in that year. By early 2013, Billboard had announced that it was factoring YouTube streaming data into calculation of the Billboard Hot 100 and related genre charts. Observing that face-to-face communication of the type that online videos convey has been fine-tuned by millions of years of evolution, TED curator Chris Anderson referred to several YouTube contributors and asserted that what Gutenberg did for writing, online video can now do for face-to-face communication. Anderson asserted that it is not far-fetched to say that online video will dramatically accelerate scientific advance, and that video contributors may be about to launch the biggest learning cycle in human history. In education, for example, the Khan Academy grew from YouTube video tutoring sessions for founder Salman Khan's cousin into what Forbes' Michael Noah called the largest school in the world, with technology poised to disrupt how people learn. YouTube was awarded a 2008 George Foster Peabody Award, the website being described as a speaker's corner that both embodies and promotes democracy. The Washington Post reported that a disproportionate share of YouTube's most subscribed channels feature minorities, contrasting with mainstream television in which the stars are largely white. A Pew Research Center study reported the development of visual journalism, in which citizen eyewitnesses and established news organizations share in content creation. The study also concluded that YouTube was becoming an important platform by which people acquire news. YouTube has enabled people to more directly engage with government, such as in the CNN YouTube presidential debates in which ordinary people submitted questions to US presidential candidates via YouTube video, with the Tech President co-founder saying that internet video was changing the political landscape. Describing the Arab Spring, sociologist Philip N. Howard quoted an activist's succinct description that organizing the political unrest involved using Facebook to schedule the protests, Twitter to coordinate, and YouTube to tell the world. In 2012, more than a third of the US Senate introduced a resolution condemning Joseph Kony 16 days after the Kony 2012 video was posted to YouTube, with resolution co-sponsor Senator Lindsey Graham remarking that the video will do more to lead to demise than all other action combined. Conversely, YouTube has also allowed government to more easily engage with citizens, the White House's official YouTube channel being the 7th top news organization producer on YouTube in 2012, and in 2013 a healthcare exchange commissioned Obama impersonator Iman Crossan's YouTube music video spoof to encourage young Americans to enroll in the Affordable Care Act compliant health insurance. In February 2014, US President Obama held a meeting at the White House with leading YouTube content creators to not only promote awareness of Obamacare but more generally to develop ways for government to better connect with the YouTube generation. Whereas YouTube's inherent ability to allow presidents to directly connect with average citizens was noted, the YouTube content creators' new media savvy was perceived necessary to better cope with the website's distracting content and fickle audience. Some YouTube videos have themselves had a direct effect on world events, such as Innocence of Muslims, which spurred protests and related anti-American violence internationally. TED curator Chris Anderson described a phenomenon by which geographically distributed individuals in a certain field share their independently developed skills in YouTube videos, thus challenging others to improve their own skills, and spurring invention and evolution in that field. Journalist Virginia Heffernan stated in the New York Times that such videos have surprising implications for the dissemination of culture and even the future of classical music. A 2017 New York Times Magazine article posited that YouTube had become the new talk radio for the far right. Almost a year before YouTube's January 2019 announcement that it would begin a gradual change of reducing recommendations of borderline content and content that could misinform users in harmful ways, Zeynep Tufekci had written in the New York Times that, even its billion or so users, YouTube may be one of the most powerful radicalizing instruments of the 21st century. Under YouTube's changes to its recommendation engine, the most recommended channel evolved from conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to Fox News. The Legion of Extraordinary Dancers and the YouTube Symphony Orchestra selected their membership based on individual video performances. Further, the cyber collaboration charity video, We Are the World 25 for Haiti, was formed by mixing performances of 57 globally distributed singers into a single musical work, with the Tokyo Times noting the We Pray For You YouTube cyber collaboration video as an example of a trend to use crowdsourcing for charitable purposes. The Anti-Bullying It Gets Better project expanded from a single YouTube video directed to discouraged or suicidal LGBT teens, that within 2 months drew video responses from hundreds including US President Barack Obama, Vice President Biden, White House staff, and several cabinet secretaries. Similarly, in response to 15-year-old Amanda Todd's video, My Story, Struggling, Bullying, Suicide, Self-Harm, legislative action was undertaken almost immediately after her suicide to study the prevalence of bullying and form a national anti-bullying strategy. In May 2018, after London Metropolitan Police claimed that drill music videos glamorizing violence gave rise to gang violence, YouTube deleted 30 videos. Revenue. Prior to 2020, Google did not provide detailed figures for YouTube's running costs, and YouTube's revenues in 2007 were noted as not material in a regulatory filing. In June 2008, a Forbes magazine article projected the 2008 revenue at $200 million, noting progress in advertising sales. In 2012, YouTube's revenue from its ads program was estimated at $3.7 billion. In 2013, it nearly doubled and estimated to hit $5.6 billion according to eMarketer, while others estimated $4.7 billion. The vast majority of videos on YouTube are free to view and supported by advertising. In May 2013, YouTube introduced a trial scheme of 53 subscription channels with prices ranging from 99 cents to $6.99 a month. The move was seen as an attempt to compete with other providers of online subscription services such as Netflix and Hulu. Google first published exact revenue numbers for YouTube in February 2020 as part of Alphabet's 2019 financial report. According to Google, YouTube had made $15.1 billion United States dollars in ad revenue in 2019, in contrast to $8.1 billion United States dollars in 2017 and $11.1 billion United States dollars in 2018. YouTube's revenues made up nearly 10% of the total Alphabet revenue in 2019. These revenues accounted for approximately 20 million subscribers combined between YouTube Premium and YouTube Music subscriptions, and 2 million subscribers to YouTube TV. YouTube's revenue increased to $19.8 billion in 2020. Advertisement partnerships. YouTube entered into a marketing and advertising partnership with NBC in June 2006. In March 2007, it struck a deal with BBC for 3 channels with BBC content, 1 for news and 2 for entertainment. In November 2008, YouTube reached an agreement with MGM, Lionsgate Entertainment, and CBS, allowing the companies to post full-length films and television episodes on the site, accompanied by advertisements in a section for US viewer called Shows. The move was intended to create competition with websites such as Hulu, which features material from NBC, Fox, and Disney. In November 2009, YouTube launched a version of Shows, available to UK viewer, offering around 4,000 full-length shows from more than 60 partners. In January 2010, YouTube introduced an online film rental service, which is only available to users in the United States, Canada, and the UK as of 2010. The service offers over 6,000 films. Advertiser mass boycott. In March 2017, the government of the United Kingdom pulled its advertising campaigns from YouTube, after reports that its ads had appeared on videos containing extremist content. The government demanded assurances that its advertising would be delivered safely and appropriately. The Guardian newspaper, as well as other major British and US brands, similarly suspended their advertising on YouTube in response to their advertising appearing near offensive content. Google stated that it had begun an extensive review of our advertising policies and have made a public commitment to put in place changes that give brands more control over where their ads appear. In early April 2017, the YouTube channel H3H3 Productions presented evidence claiming that a Wall Street Journal article had fabricated screenshots showing major brand advertising on an offensive video containing Johnny Rebel music overlaid on a Chief Keef music video, citing that the video itself had not earned any ad revenue for the uploader. The video was retracted after it was found that the ads had been triggered by the use of copyrighted content in the video. On April 6, 2017, YouTube announced that to ensure revenue only flows to creators who are playing by the rules, it would change its practices to require that a channel undergo a policy compliance review and have at least 10,000 lifetime views before they may join the partner program. Video creators' earnings. In May 2007, YouTube launched its partner program, a system based on AdSense which allows the uploader of the video to share the revenue produced by advertising on the site. YouTube typically takes 45% of the advertising revenue from videos in the partner program, with 55% going to the uploader. There are over 1 million members of the YouTube partner program. According to TubeMogul, in 2013 a pre-roll advertisement on YouTube cost advertisers on average $7.60 per 1,000 views. Usually no more than half of the eligible videos have a pre-roll advertisement, due to a lack of interested advertisers. YouTube policies restrict certain forms of content from being included in videos being monetized with advertising, including videos containing violence, strong language, sexual content, controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters. Graphic imagery is not shown, and videos whose user comments contain inappropriate content. In 2013, YouTube introduced an option for channels with at least 1,000 subscribers to require paid subscription in order for viewer to watch videos. In April 2017, YouTube set an eligibility requirement of 10,000 lifetime views for a paid subscription. On January 16, 2018, the eligibility requirement for monetization was changed to 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. The move was seen as an attempt to ensure that videos being monetized did not lead to controversy, but was criticized for penalizing smaller YouTube channels. YouTube Play buttons, a part of the YouTube Creator Rewards, are a recognition by YouTube of its most popular channels. The trophies made of nickel-plated copper-nickel alloy, golden-plated brass, silver-plated metal, ruby, and red-tinted crystal glass are given to channels with at least 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 50 million subscribers, and 100 million subscribers, respectively. YouTube's policies on advertiser-friendly content restrict what may be incorporated into videos being monetized. This includes strong violence, language, sexual content, and controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown, unless the content is usually newsworthy or comedic and the creator's intent is to inform or entertain. In September 2016, after introducing an enhanced notification system to inform users of these violations, YouTube's policies were criticized by prominent users, including Philip DeFranco and Vlogbrothers. DeFranco argued that not being able to earn advertising revenue on such videos was censorship by a different name. A YouTube spokesperson stated that while the policy itself was not new, the service had improved the notification and appeal process to ensure better communication to our creators. Boing Boing reported in 2019 that LGBT keywords resulted in demonetization. Revenue to copyright holders. The majority of YouTube's advertising revenue goes to the publishers and video producers who hold the rights to their videos. The company retains 45% of the ad revenue. In 2010, it was reported that nearly a third of the videos with advertisements were uploaded without permission of the copyright holders. YouTube gives an option for copyright holders to locate and remove their videos or to have them continue running for revenue. In May 2013, Nintendo began enforcing its copyright ownership and claiming the advertising revenue from video creators who posted screenshots of its games. In February 2015, Nintendo agreed to share the revenue with the video creators. Censorship and bans. YouTube has been censored, filtered, or banned for a variety of reasons, including limiting public access and exposure to content that may ignite social or political unrest, preventing criticism of a ruler, government or its actions, government officials, or religion, morality-based laws, e.g. in Iran. Access to specific videos is sometimes prevented due to copyright and intellectual property protection laws, violations of hate speech, and preventing access to videos judged inappropriate for youth, which is also done by YouTube with the YouTube Kids app and with restricted mode. Businesses, schools, government agencies, and other private institutions often block social media sites, including YouTube, due to its bandwidth limitations and the site's potential for distraction. As of 2018, public access to YouTube is blocked in many countries, including China, North Korea, Iran, Syria, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Eritrea, Sudan and South Sudan. In some countries, YouTube is blocked for more limited periods of time, such as during periods of unrest, the run-up to an election, or in response to upcoming political anniversaries. In cases where the entire site is banned due to one particular video, YouTube will often agree to remove or limit access to that video in order to restore service. Reports emerged that since in April 2007 over a video said to be insulting the Thai king. Morocco blocked access in May 2007, possibly as a result of videos critical of Morocco's occupation of Western Sahara. YouTube became accessible again on May 30, 2007, after Maroc Telecom unofficially announced that the denied access to the website was a mere technical glitch. Turkey blocked access between 2008 and 2010 after controversy over videos deemed insulting to Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. In November 2010, a video of the Turkish politician Deniz Baykal caused the site to be blocked again briefly, and the site was threatened with a new shutdown if it did not remove the video. During the 2.5-year block of YouTube, the video sharing website remained the 8th most accessed site in Turkey. In 2014, Turkey blocked the access for the second time, after a high-level intelligence leak. Pakistan blocked access on February 23, 2008, because of offensive material towards the Islamic faith, including display of the Danish cartoons of Muhammad. This led to a near global blackout of the YouTube site for around 2 hours, as the Pakistani block was inadvertently transferred to other countries. On February 26, 2008, the ban was lifted after the website had removed the objectionable content from its servers at the request of the government. Many Pakistanis circumvented the 3-day block by using virtual private network software. In May 2010, following the Everybody Draw Muhammad Day, Pakistan again blocked access to YouTube, citing growing sacrilegious content. The ban was lifted on May 27, 2010, after the website removed the objectionable content from its servers at the request of the government. However, individual videos deemed offensive to Muslims posted on YouTube will continue to be blocked. Pakistan again placed a ban on YouTube in September 2012, after the site refused to remove the film Innocence of Muslims, with the ban still in operation as of September 2013. The ban was lifted in January 2016 after YouTube launched a Pakistan-specific version. Libya blocked access on January 24, 2010, because of videos that featured demonstrations in the city of Benghazi by families of detainees who were killed in Abu Salim prison in 1996, and videos of family members of Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi at parties. The blocking was criticized by Human Rights Watch. In November 2011, after the Libyan civil war, YouTube was once again allowed in Libya. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Sudan blocked access in September 2012 following controversy over a 14-minute trailer for the film Innocence of Muslims which had been posted on the site. A court in the southern Russian Republic of Chechnya ruled Innocence of Muslims should be banned. In Libya and Egypt, it was blamed for violent protests. YouTube stated that this video, which is widely available on the web, is clearly within our guidelines and so will stay on YouTube. However, given the very difficult situation in Libya and Egypt, we have temporarily restricted access in both countries.